So it was advertised as a nationwide economic blackout to punish some of America's biggest corporations who dumped their DEI initiatives. Now we're seeing the first data from the so-called February 28th blackout, and the results show the protest impact was marginal at best. In fact, some retailers even saw a slight bump in their sales. Joining me now, I have Mitch Roschelle, financial analyst and principal of Madison Ventures Plus. Mitch, always love starting my mornings with you. As I just mentioned, data starting to come in. What's your main takeaway? I mean, they obviously made a statement, but did they make an impact?
No, I don't think. I think marginal is probably an overstatement. I think it was negligible. And the fact of the matter is, it really wasn't well publicized. And I just don't think that Americans writ large really care that much about this, hurting companies because of their policies. I think the pendulum has actually swung pretty hard in the opposite directions, that people want to go to a store because they like the store, they like the products, and they really don't care as much about their opinions on social justice issues.
Yeah, and also, too, I mean, weather could play a role. I mean, just demand of shopping that day. How much of a grain of salt should we be taking with this data? I mean, for instance, Amazon saw a nearly 5% drop in online traffic on day of the blackout compared to the week before. But that figure was actually 1% higher than the average for the previous 8 Fridays. So how do you square that? And can we even definitively say what impact these boycotts had?
No, I think there were like 3 or 4 different data services that came out with numbers. None of them were consistent, and they were really all over the place. So I don't think we have a good read on it. But think about it. Let's say you don't like a specific retailer and you're going to boycott them that day. The following day, you're probably going to go buy something from them. I don't think Americans can put down their phone for a second to stop shopping at Amazon. So if you don't shop on a Friday, I bet you're going to do it on a Saturday. And in terms of the economy, it has zero impact on the economy, because if you decide you're not going to buy something at Target, let's say, I don't mean to pick on Target, and whatever that item is, dog food, for example, you're going to go someplace else and buy the dog food because you got to feed your dog. So I think its intent is to send a message to companies, but it didn't do it, at least that Friday, and I don't think it impacts the economy one bit.
No, go ahead, pick on Target. They take too much of my money unexpectedly every time I go in. I go in for shampoo, and I leave with $200 worth of items for my daughter. We've seen these types of economic boycotts before. I mean, what does one day really do? I mean, if these groups wanted to make an impact, how long would you have to boycott? I mean, a behemoth like a Walmart or an Amazon to actually make a dent?
Well, first of all, it'd have to be a big enough percentage of the population to matter, and it would have to be for a protracted period of time. And speaking of Target, again, we're picking on them this morning, but a pastor in Georgia decided for 40 days of Lent, he's going to boycott Target because of their DE&I policies. I don't think that's going to get much traction, and it's not going to have an impact. We have seen over the, throughout history, meaningful boycotts that sent a message to companies. But at the end of the day, I think what's happened is they become very diluted. And the big catalyst for all this, or the big enabler for all of this, is social media. Because the ability to get the message out about something to a big swath of the population has become a lot easier. But to me, it's like the flash mob craze. That was all the rage when Facebook started. We're not flash mobbing anymore and dancing in the middle of the night in the street someplace.
Although I feel like that would solve a multitude of ills if we all pivoted back to that. And quickly, before I let you go, I know there was, hey, if you're going to boycott this, go to a mom and pop shop instead. Go shop locally. Was there any bump in sales for local business?
No, not really. And I think that's the bigger trend, to be honest with you. Big box retailers are hurting local businesses. And I think that's, a force of nature. And everybody, regardless of politics, let's continue to support our local businesses because they employ people in our community.
Yeah, absolutely. Preach. Okay, Mitch Roschelle, got to end it there. You're the best. Thank you, sir. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.